Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is part 2 of the sleeping tips video, and I'm going to start off on tip number 4, and I'm going to try and be a little bit more swift in this video. I don't want it to last as long as the first one, so I'll try my best not to ramble as much or at all, okay? So fingers crossed on that, and let's get started. Tip number 4, be smart about what you eat and drink. So your daytime eating habits play a role in how well you sleep, especially in the hours before bedtime. So here are some other little pointers under the 4th tip. Limit caffeine and nicotine. You might be surprised to know that caffeine can cause sleep problems up to 10 to 12 hours after drinking it. Similarly, smoking is another stimulant that can disrupt your sleep, especially if you smoke close to bedtime. Not a problem if you're not a smoker. And of course, there's people who can drink coffee right before bed and still sleep. And that's great. Coffee actually makes me sleepy. So anyways, let's continue. Avoid big meals at night. Try to make dinner time earlier in the evening and avoid heavy, rich foods within 2 hours of bed. Spicy or acidic foods can cause stomach problem and heartburn. That's another tip. Okay, continuing now. Avoid alcohol before bed. While a nightcap may help you relax, it interferes with your sleep cycle once you're out. Next, avoid drinking too many liquids in the evening. Drinking lots of fluids may result in frequent bathroom trips throughout the night. That's something I guess some go through more than others. Anyways, continuing, cut back on sugar foods and refined carbs. Eating lots of sugar and refined carbs, such as white bread, white rice, and pasta during the day can trigger wakefulness at night and pull you out of the deep restorative stages of sleep. And there is a little section that gives you a little bit of info on some nighttime snacks that help you sleep or could help you sleep, but I'm gonna leave the link to this website in the description below so you can check that out yourself, and I may note it in the description anyway. I may copy and paste it. I'm not sure. I'll see as once it comes to that, but you can check it out yourself. Now we can go to tip number 5. Do you often find yourself unable to get to sleep or regularly waking up night after night? Residual stress, worry, and anger from your day can make it very difficult to sleep well. Yes, I agree. Taking steps to manage your overall stress levels and learning how to curb the worry habit can make it easy to unwind at night. You can also try developing a relaxing bedtime ritual to help you prepare your mind for sleep, such as practicing a relaxation technique, taking a warm bath, or dimming the lights and listening to soft music or an audiobook. In this case, I don't really need much to help me relax at night to go to bed. Usually just turning off the light, closing my eyes after I'm ready to go to bed is pretty good for me. One other thing that helps me is having the window open, because sometimes it gets too stuffy or warm in the room mainly. But overall, it's not too difficult for me to go to sleep. However, I'm continuing the details on how to help with the problem of still kind of struggling falling asleep right away. So problems clearing your head at night can also stem from your daytime habits. The more overstimulated your brain becomes during the day, the harder it can be to slow down and unwind at night. I technically have those kind of days, but it's not often, where my brain just keeps thinking and thinking and I can't fall asleep. But it's just rare nights. Maybe like many of us, you're constantly interrupting tasks during the day to check your phone, email, or social media. Then when it comes to getting to sleep at night, your brain is so accustomed to seeking fresh stimulation, it becomes difficult to unwind. Help yourself by setting aside specific times during the day for checking your phone and social media, and as much as possible, try to focus on one task at a time. You'll be better able to calm your mind at bedtime. I think that's pretty good. And I kind of have the habit of checking social media, I kind of have that habit before bed. Also, just kind of a habit of using my phone in bed. So during Lent season, just during Lent, I did this last year too. I basically took on not using my phone in bed pretty much, because that is a habit I wanted to break, because I can tell that I'm kind of like attached to it. So that is something I am working on for this Lent. And yeah, I worked on it last year and it worked pretty good. I just kind of went back into the habit, so that's why I took it on this year as well. Anyways, continuing, deep breathing exercise to help you sleep. All right, breathing from your belly rather than your chest can activate the relaxation response and lower your heart rate, blood pressure, and stress levels to help you drift off to sleep. All right, lay down in bed and close your eyes. Put one hand on your chest and the other on your stomach. Breathe in through your nose. The hand on your stomach should rise. The hand on your chest should move very little. Exhale through your mouth, pushing out as much air as you can while contracting your abdominal muscles. The hand on your stomach should move in as you exhale, but your other hand should move very little. Continue to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Try to inhale enough so that your lower abdominal rises and falls. Count slowly as you exhale. So there you go with the breathing tips. A body scan exercise to help you sleep. So that's the next little thing. By focusing your attention on different parts of your body, you can identify where you're holding any stress or tension and release it. So lie on your back, legs uncrossed, arms relaxed at your sides, eyes closed. Focus on your breathing for about 2 minutes until you start to feel relaxed. Turn your focus to the toes of your right foot. Notice any tension while continuing to also focus on your breathing. Imagine each deep breath following to your toes. Remain focused on this area for at least 3 to 5 seconds. Okay, and then move your focus to the sole of your right foot. Tune into any sensations you feel in that part of your body and imagine each breath flowing from the sole of your foot. Then move your focus to your right ankle and repeat it. Move to your calf, knee, thigh, hip, and then repeat the sequence for your left leg. From there, move up your torso through your lower back and abdomen, your upper back and chest, and your shoulders. Pay close attention to any area of the body that feels tense. And then after completing the body scan, relax, noting how your body feels. You should feel so relaxed you can easily fall asleep. And these are kind of meditative kind of techniques, I guess, because at the end of that, what I just read, it says, for more meditation to help you wind down and clear your head at bedtime, see relaxation techniques for stress relief, which that last bit is linked to another article, I guess, on how to, relax and stuff and de-stress. So now we are gonna go to the 6th tip, finally. All right, so tip number 6, move your sleep environment. I meant improve your sleep environment. Okay. A peaceful bedtime routine sends a powerful signal to your brain that it's time to wind down and let go of the day's stresses. Sometimes even small changes to your environment can make a big difference to your quality of sleep. Keep your room dark, cool, and quiet. That's how I like it. Dark, cool, and quiet. But the quiet part doesn't actually always last. You know, life of a big family, so not always quiet. Anyways, continuing. Keep noise down. If you can't avoid or eliminate noise from your neighbors, traffic, or other people in your household, try masking it with a fan or sound machine. Earplugs may also help. I don't. I kind of just either ask for some quiet or you kind of get used to it. Pretty much. All right. Next, keep your room cool. Most people sleep best in a slightly cool room around 65 degrees Fahrenheit or 80 degrees Celsius with adequate ventilation. And a bedroom that is too hot or too cold can interfere with quality of sleep. I can understand that, and I definitely sleep better when it's cooler in the room. I wake up when it's too warm. So yeah, I have my window right next to my bed is right next to the window. So I'm pretty good with that. Summertime, that's a different story, but you know, I manage. So next thing, make sure your bed is comfortable. Your bed covers should leave you enough room to stretch and turn comfortably without becoming tangled. If you often wake up with a sore back or an aching neck, you may need to experiment with different levels of mattresses, firmness, foaming toppers, and pillows that provide more or less support. I actually, not too long ago, changed my bed mattress, and it's much, much better. The one before was almost like seeing me sleeping in a canoe. Yeah, it was more of a spongy mattress and I have an old bunk bed. I share rooms with one of my sisters, and it doesn't have the wooden frame underneath. It's more of a springy kind of setup, so that's why it looked more like a canoe with that mattress. But I got a new one, much more firm and thicker, so it's much more comfortable. Now, last little tip, reserve your bed for pretty much sleeping. Just have kind of thing, basically if you break out of the habits of using your phone and devices and watching TV and other kind of things like that in your room, if you break that habit and get out of that, then your mind is going to associate it more with, okay, this is a room for sleeping, this is a room for rest. And that mentality, I guess, kind of brings you more set up and ready to go to sleep, if that makes sense. But you know, it's just, you know how some things, you know, you approach and the mindset that you're approaching with it, that situation just turns out better than maybe having a mindset full of habits going into that kind of thing that may not be very helpful for you. Hopefully that makes sense. You know, bad habits or habits that aren't very helpful approaching something is not going to maybe give you the best outcome. So that's kind of what the last tip is saying when it comes to sleep. In your bedroom, just kind of have it set up in a way where you're going to have a mindset where, oh, it's always kind of going, it's always a place for sleeping, a place for resting, not a place to, oh, watch before you go to sleep, or, you know, do something on your phone or computer before you sleep, kind of thing. So that, now the last tip, tips number 7, learn ways to get back to sleep. All right, that sounds interesting. Okay, it's normal to wake briefly during the night, but if you're having trouble falling back asleep, these tips may help. I'm just going to say now, I usually don't have that problem unless I'm unwell or something. But here are the few little tips. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4 little tips, and then we're pretty much done. So that's great. Okay, so stay out of your head. All right. Hard as it may be, try not to stress over your inability to fall asleep again. That makes sense, because that stress only encourages your body to stay awake. Dogs barking. Those dogs were going crazy. Sorry about that. To stay out of your head, focus on the feelings in your body or practice breathing exercises. Take a breath in, then breathe out slowly while saying or thinking the word ah. Take another breath and repeat. Another little tip, make relaxation your goal, not sleep. Okay. Make relaxation your goal, not sleep. Okay. If you find it hard to fall back asleep, try a relaxation technique such as visualization, progressive muscle relaxation, or meditation, which can be done without even getting out of bed. Even though it's not a replacement for sleep, relaxation can still help rejuvenate your body. So pretty much they're saying that try relaxation techniques that may help you. And if there are some techniques that you see that help you, that you kind of picked up on your own, that's fine too, I guess. Also, to be honest, this kind of, like, if I wake up in the middle of the night, my mind is still on the sleepy side, so it wouldn't really cross my mind to try relaxation techniques. But that's just me personally. I would just try to stay in the dark still and sleep, relax. I don't really have a hard time falling back asleep as well, so I guess I don't have much to say on this part. But usually I just need to maybe adjust something on my bed just to maybe get back to sleep, whether that be temperature of the room. It could be sometimes too hot, or just a little bit of uncomfortableness. Maybe that woke me up, so sometimes it's not necessarily you waking up just because you just waking up. It's just you have to also, I think, find, or once you wake up, something that is a bit uncomfortable, like maybe it's too hot or whatever, or something on your bed, or you feel like you kind of, I don't know, your covers are off or in a weird position or something. Just adjust it, and sometimes that's just good enough to fall back asleep again. Because one thing I know that I prefer and I would sleep better with is if I tuck the end of my blanket at the edge of the bed, between the frame of the bed and the mattress, so it's just tucked in and stays down, and it doesn't really roll or wrap, around me during the night, which I know makes me sleep way better. If I don't do that, then there is a bit of discomfort. So I don't think it's necessarily always gonna be something that, you need to try and relax and do relaxing techniques. Sometimes I think it's just also you need to just adjust something in the environment of the room. Just pointing that out, because just pointing that out. Anyways, continuing. Do a quiet, non-stimulating activity. In bed? Okay, if you've been awake for more than 15 minutes, get out of bed and do a quiet, non-stimulating activity such as reading a book. Keep the lights dim and avoid screens so as not to cue your body that it's time to wake up. Yes, I agree. However, I'd probably still be really tired and fall asleep. Pretty much, I think. Because even if I wake up early hours, like 3 a.m. or 5 a.m. sometimes, not a regular thing I do, but if I do, then I pretty much feel my body going, you know. So I even after waking up, I still can easily fall asleep, but I try to fight it sometimes, or most of the time if I can. But sometimes me fighting it will make me feel actually a little ill. There are actually times where I do feel ill because I am up early and my body is not used to it. So yeah, I'm a little bit unpredictable that way, but it's fine. Next little thing, and it's the last little thing: postpone worrying and brainstorming. Ooh, that's hard. If you wake up during the night feeling anxious about something, make a brief note of it on paper and postpone worrying about it until the next day, when it will be easier to resolve. Similarly, if a great idea is keeping you awake, make a note of it on paper and fall back to sleep, knowing you'll be much more productive after a good night's sleep. That is a really good idea. I kind of would do that sometimes because I totally don't rely on my memory. So that is a perfect idea, I think, whether that be worries or ideas that are storming up in your head. And I think it's a really good way to end this, these tips, really. That's a really good idea. Awesome idea. So I think that's pretty much it. It is. So again, I will leave the description in let me say that again. I will leave the link in the description below again. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing and like this video. Also, guys, really, if you like these videos so far, yeah, I know I can improve on the quality of the video still, and I'm working on that, and you know, give me some time. But if you like these videos, then comment down below and let me know. Also, give me ideas on maybe some other subjects to cover. I have one idea already. Also, guys, I'm sorry for all the crazy background noise. I kind of just have to put up with it this time, and that's why I kind of feel a little bit bad, but yeah, I just don't want people being too annoyed by it. But thanks for, you know, hanging in there and kind of dealing with it if it does bother you. And, you know, I really do hope I can improve on that part too. But, you know, I can only ask, and, you know, not every family member of mine can promise that, especially the little kids, little siblings, basically. So just, yeah, thanks. And all the doors shutting, dogs barking, sorry. But thanks for taking the time. Yeah, thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll see you next time. And hopefully next time I'm not gonna have such a struggle with background noise. Fingers crossed. But yeah, I do ask, but you know, little kids there, or dogs, there's no promise out of them. So I just try my best at times. So yeah, thanks for watching and supporting, and I will improve. Okay, thanks, bye.